In the last few videos, we talked about explicit and implicit type coercion, as well as how to take advantage of it and how to avoid it. And in this video, I want to talk about a side effect of type coercion when dealing with numbers. So let's say that we have a variable a, which is equal to the string 1, and we want to convert this to a number. So we'll just say console.log, and we want to do a parse float. We'll just do int since this is a whole number of a. And this prints out 1. And if we just come over here and check type of, you can see we get number being printed out. But what happens if a is not actually a number? What if this is like just random text? Well, we can't convert this to a number. There's no number ASDF. That doesn't exist. So when we save, what happens is we get something called NaN, and this stands for not a number. And all this is saying in JavaScript is we tried to convert from something, for example, this string, but it doesn't make a realistic number. This is not a real number, so we're going to return to you not a number. And not a number is kind of unique in that there's specific ways you have to deal with not a number. Because if we wanted to check to see if this is not a number, you would think we would just say equals equals NaN, click save, and you'll notice this returns false. That's really weird because we know that console log of parse int of a, we know this is not a number. So why would not a number not be equal to not a number? Even if we do triple equals, it returns false. No matter what we do, this is always false. And it's just a peculiar way of how JavaScript is actually built. Not a number is never equal to anything. So in order to check if something is not a number, we need to use a special method. So let me just come up here and move our parse int up to our definition of a. That way we don't have to rerun it down here, so we can just say a, and we can just use a right here. We'll get the exact same results. So like I said, we need to check for not a number in a specific way because nothing is ever equal to not a number. So we need to use a built-in function called is NaN, which stands for is not a number. And then we pass in anything we want, in our case a. And now this will return true if your variable is not a number. But if we have a new variable, for example, const b equals 1, which is a number, and we pass it in here b, you'll notice we get false because b is a number, so it is not a number. So if you're ever dealing with JavaScript and you need to check if something is not a number after doing a conversion, you need to use this is NaN function, because otherwise anything at all, it doesn't matter what you do, anything equal to NaN is always going to be false. So you need to use that special method to check, for example, to see if it is not a number or not. And luckily, that's all there is to not a number. It's fairly straightforward once you know about that method you need to use. In the next video, we're going to dive into some of the most fun parts of variables in JavaScript, which is arrays, which is essentially how you list multiple items. I can't wait to see you in that video.